Today we're going to introduce the upgrade to the Grow Pro solutions under Canopy light. We've made 3 key improvements. We upgraded the terminal. The terminal is now larger, thicker, and more robust, providing enhanced waterproofing and reduces the risk of short circuits. The next is improved heat dissipation. The original surface has been replaced with a rib design, which increases heat dissipation in the areas and lowers overall operating temperatures. The last and more obvious is the side connection design. The connection point has now been moved from the end to the side, making installation more capable for routing and more convenient and efficient. Next, once you connect the fixtures like so, you can adjust the spacing as needed. For minimum spacing, you can simply add a zip tie to close them together. For greater spacing, simply extend the distance between the fixtures. This still allows flexibility while maintaining connection integrity. Next, I want to introduce you to our power cord and our extension cable. Let me demonstrate. On the very first slide of your run, you're going to connect our power cord to the light. Then your first and second light are connected. And for the next few lights, and especially on your last one, you'll want to use the daisy chain cable to connect them together. Our daisy chain cable connects and helps provide the power to run to the remainder of your row. This next step is very crucial, so please pay attention. At the end of your row, you need to implement the waterproof sealing end cap that we provided to ensure that water damage doesn't harm the internal components and help save your warranty. Now that we have our lights installed, it's time to connect to our controller. We're going to be needing our RJ12 controller adapter, our data cable, which is included in every box, and our waterproof data port. Our lights are compatible with TrolMaster. However, we do sell a Grow Pro Solutions lighting controller ourselves. First, to start, we're going to connect our data cable to our RJ12 adapter. And for TrolMaster, the RJ12 will get connected into the LMA14. For our Grow Pro Solutions light controller, it'll connect to our channel 1 out. From there, the data connection is going to be connected to our waterproof data port, like so. Then from there, we're going to connect the data connection that's attached to our power cord on the first light of the first row. These data ports come with 4 ports. So if your row consists of multiple power cords, you'll utilize that data cable into each side of the port, and so forth for the remaining benches as you go along. Our data cable is 15 feet long. However, if you need a longer run, simply connect a second to it for a total of 30 feet. So let's recap. We go from the controller into the RJ12 adapter, into the data cable, and the data cable into the 4-port waterproof junction box. From here, the data cable that is connected to the power cord on the first light of the first row is going to be connected into one of the ports like so. Now, how do we connect the next bench? So what you'll do is you'll implement another data cable into the secondary port. This data cable then should be connected to a secondary 4-port waterproof junction box. And from there, the data connection connected to the power cord of the first light on the second row will now be connected into the port. Utilizing the same method, now let's take a look at our junction box. Our junction box is actually waterproof. It has 4 ports. This method uses only 1 power cable for each growing tray. However, if you need 2 cables for 1 growing tray, you should use the 4th port to connect the data cable from the second power cable of that same tray. Now please take note, when connecting the lights together, the connection should lay evenly. If it's connected improperly, you'll see a slight gap or it'll connect at an angle. If so, this will allow water to come into the components and damage the lights. So make sure that it's evenly connected.
Our GrowPro Solutions under Canopy Light power cord also has a special design. We've added a fuse to each connector to prevent workers from unknowingly connecting too many lights in a series, which can cause excessive current and burn out the entire row of lights. With the fuse, it will burn first, then the circuit will break, then you can replace the fuse and reconnect it for use again later. And furthermore, our data connection also has a unique design, a shielding layer to prevent signal interference. Normal signal cables on the market are flat. These do not have shieldings, so if there's a signal interference, the lights may stay on at night or not turn off when they should. Another important point is that we've designed each connector to be waterproof. For example, like our junction box here. After connection, it looks like this. Normal junction boxes on the market look like this. So when using it, for example, spraying insecticide, water can easily get inside. On ours, it cannot.